or if they want me to stay on this joint. I had posted some things earlier, right? The reason being, individuals need to know, you know what I mean? Very important. I want to just give a shout out, you understand, to the Ford family. And, you know what I'm saying, Chief Malik. I don't know if there's any haters in the building, you know it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? So we just gonna leave that right there. But check this out. Neither here or there, you know. I wanna say, man, you understand, that's, you know, us as being men, man, you know, been taught by the best, you feel me? Neither here or there, man, you know what I'm saying? This here is, it's a blessing, man, you know, to know individuals that sit down with us, you know what I'm saying? This nation is about love, true peace, freedom, and justice. You know, we are, you know, being taught by the best, you understand? We gotta be vigilant, man, you understand, to raise our young bloods up in schools and shit like that. And I see I reposted something earlier, went live earlier. You know, and I'm saying that how we ought to be as being, you know, teaching our shorties how to come up to be doctors and lawyers and things like that, you know what I'm saying, is what our imam wanted. I guess they took that away from us, you know what I'm saying? They took that down because they didn't want y'all to get the message. I'm gonna keep on posting, I'm gonna keep on putting shit up here, you understand, that's positive. Now I wanna say that, you know, being a man amongst men, you understand, is a blessing and honor. You know, a lot of individuals ain't sat down at the table I sat at. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know, we just gotta grab our young bloods, man. You know what I'm saying? That's out here in these streets. That's claiming to be, you know, us, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to get a hold of them, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason why we shouldn't be teaching them the great things that our imam taught us. You feel me? You know, we don't need our young, you know what I'm saying, unaliving themselves at an early age. You understand? We are blessed, you understand, to be able to know, you know, Malik and his family. You feel me? Everybody can't say that. Everybody can't say they know these people, man. Everybody can't witness the shit that I've witnessed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, while y'all out here, let me say this to you, man. For these brothers that sat where I sat, you know, we ought to be showing these shorties, man, you know what I'm saying, how to get jobs. You understand? How to live, man. You feel me? We ought to be showing these shorties, man, how to go to school, go to college, and things like that. You feel me? Because within our nation, that's what we want. You understand? That's what we breed for. You understand? You know, it wasn't no hanging out in the street. It wasn't no, you know, you wasn't in school. It wasn't no you out here gang banging and none of that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit still apply. You young blood that want to, you know, claim something, man, claim a fucking book. You feel me? Because you're getting into some shit you don't even know what you're getting into. You know what I'm talking about? You know, what's up with the parents, man? It's teaching their young, you understand, you know, how to get their grades up, how to go to college, you know, shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? You know, real men do that. You know what I'm saying? We don't just let our shorties be out here like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we know they claiming to be us. You know, we gotta stop with the madness, man. You know what I'm saying? Get back in the, you know, like it was when we was in the big folk. You feel me? You know, listen, man. When we was at Rookin, we was taught, you understand, to go to school, to learn. You understand? We couldn't be out in the street. We couldn't be out here talking no shit to nobody. We couldn't be out here cursing, game banging, none of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of y'all might hear the way I talk on my video, and you may be like, okay, well, he will. But it wasn't no cursing. You know what I'm saying? I'm in violation for doing that right now. You know what I'm talking about? We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no cursing. We respect our brothers, our sisters. You know what I'm saying? We respect people, period. You feel me? See, uh, we gotta look at each other as winners, man, and not losers. You know what I'm saying? We want to uplift our brothers when they fall. You feel me? Our sisters. You know what I'm saying? It's all about respect, man. You know what I'm saying? People respected us because they knew who we was. You understand? And the same thing applies, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell is up with this YouTube. They don't want to hear the truth. You know what I'm saying? About us, trying to teach our people how to become great, things like that. You understand? See, I'm not gonna be scared of none of this shit that they got out here nowadays with the RICO law and all this shit because I'm gonna shine a light and I'm gonna teach my brothers and my sisters, young or old, what I've been taught. You know what I'm saying? Great things, man. They don't want to hear us, teaching each other the great things, how to live by great rules and shit like that, how to have principles and morals about yourself. You understand? So, what's going on, my brother? What's going on, Sammy? What's happening? So, that's what we're about, man. You know what I'm saying? We're about the upright, independent, and fearless individual. You feel me? Uh, you know, what's happening, Josh? We don't do the disrespecting our neighbors. You understand? We don't do none of that. What's going on, Sammy? What's happening? Talk about it. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? These things are not, where we come from, man. You know what I'm saying? We come, you know what I'm saying? And check this out, man. For those individuals that don't know who I am, you understand? I'm Balmain Smalls. You understand? I'm one of the real men. See, this ain't TikTok, so I'm not gonna play no games with nobody. If you don't know where you at, you need to find out. If you don't know who you commenting to, you need to find out who you commenting to, man. This shit is real out here. You understand? And we something everywhere. So I advise you, with all this, trolling and this bullshit, we don't do that. You trolling the wrong person. You understand? We're a lot of places, and we can get a lot done. See, while you're on here, thinking you want to troll somebody, while you're looking at your phone and you hear somebody knock on your door, that ain't gonna be so sweet. So I advise you, man, if you think you're trying to troll somebody or something like that, I advise you to get off of here. This ain't that. Go to TikTok. Catch up with me on TikTok. Then you try it there. Right now, this ain't it. You know what I'm talking about? So, with that being said, you understand, us about being men, man, that's who we are. You understand? We some upright, independent, and fearless individuals. You know what I'm talking about? We teach our youth, man, great things. You feel me? We don't want them hanging out in the street. You understand? We need them having jobs. You understand? We want doctors, lawyers, and shit like that amongst us. You understand? We don't. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? These streets gonna be here when we out of here. You feel me? So we got to do something else. You understand? We got to do something else. That's thank you, Fox. And that's another thing, man. You say the trolls are kids. Their mom and them need to put them in check. They need to find out because everybody on here is not, one of those. You feel me? This is real business. This is men shit. You understand? Like I say, man, we something everywhere. Niggas just gotta be cool on, who they are, and know that, you can hide your face on here, but you got information on here where you can be contacted at any time. And it's not just you know what I'm saying? You may say some shit that, it ain't gonna be good for you. So believe me, you know what I'm saying? Let's sit back, man, Let's be men about this shit. You feel me? Let's respect each other. You understand? Let's try to learn some things y'all don't know, man. 'Cause this shit is serious. Now I'm from Chicago, and it's a great city, man. You know what I'm saying? This city ain't no different than nobody else. You know what I'm talking about? You can't just keep having our shorties loose, man. I'm 1,000 miles away from Chicago right now, and the first thing a person got to say to me is, "Man, you from Chicago? Man, they dangerous up there. I don't want to. They ain't dangerous up there, man. You know what I'm saying? They just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere. It's not dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Some motherfuckers just lost, and their parents lost right with them because they ain't doing nothing trying to save them. You feel me? You got to grab a hold of your shorties, man, before these streets do. You know what I'm saying? The streets is something serious, man. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't want the streets to grab a hold of your shorty. You should be the father. You understand? To be able to take care of your home base, you understand? And pay attention to your seed. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them. Let them know, you understand? He can talk to you about anything. He ain't got to vent to the street. He got you right here. You feel me? That's how we get down, man. You know what I'm saying? Real men do real shit, real talk. You understand? So, I'm one of them old heads, you understand, that can sit up and, look at my youth and I say something to them, that's gonna save their lives, that's gonna assist them in their upcomings, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. I don't want to see us out here disrespecting each other, hurting each other over what? You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody own shit. You don't own the block. You don't own the. I'll be back on this joint, man, Friday, which is the holy day. You did. Else, you understand? Listen. We are who we are, you understand? The law is the law, man. The law must live, you understand? So let's be great individuals, man. Let's come together with some ideas and put some things together, you understand? That's going to benefit us and our families and our neighbors, our people. You feel me? Let's stop running from each other, you understand? Let's stop with the street shit that don't mean shit to us, you understand? Let's respect our sisters and raise our seeds to be humble young men and women, you understand? And we're gonna do this together, man, you understand? So I need y'all to leave a comment. Leave a comment. Like, comment, and subscribe on this here. I need to know y'all paying attention, that y'all listen to me, so I can put more videos up there, you understand? And we're gonna do this here together, man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, real is rare, fake is everywhere, you feel me? Everybody is not us, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm gonna say shout out to the Malik family. You feel me? The Ford family, you understand? Shout out to all my brothers, you understand? Which is Khan, Big Khan, Lil Khan, you understand? Billy Ace, Basil, Knuckles, and all these brothers that come up with us, you understand? That's the way this shit go, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't never forget where we come from, man. Let's grow together. Let's love each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's do things together, man. You understand? Where we can all, you know what I'm saying, succeed in life. You feel me? We should be tired of failing. You understand? We need to be in some of these neighborhoods talking to these shorties, letting them know the right way to go, man. You know what I'm saying? It's on us, man. If we gonna sit back and keep on letting this shit happen, then we ain't no good. What use is us? A lot of them look at us, you understand, and honored and respected us, and that's why they out here claiming to be us. So no, we can't let them down, man. You know what I'm saying? These is our young bloods, whether they, you know what I'm saying, we know them or not. These is our young bloods, man. So let's get our shit in order, and maybe we can pull them to the side and help them get. So with that being said, y'all already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Balmain. I'm in the building. We're gonna get back. Peace out.